Hello, welcome back to Zeekism. Happy New Year, everyone listening, watching. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Over the past however many months, 9 or 10 months since I've been doing this, very much appreciated. Happy New Year, like I said, to everyone. And what great news to be starting the year off with. I know this is 2 or 3 days out of date. Well, a bit more than 2 or 3 days, but great news. YouTube is shutting down channels which post AI slop. Now, I think we've all fallen, I was going to say fallen victim. That sounds a bit strong. We've all come across AI fake trailers, content that you see on YouTube, which sort of, film and TV, which again, taking a step back, is not the most important thing in the world. However, I do think it sends a message to shut down fake AI stuff, even for something as spurious as film and TV content. But I think fake whatever that is AI is probably a good idea to start cracking down on it. YouTube, it's taken way too long to do this in my opinion, but I think you've got to give credit where credit's due, that they are going to start clamping down on it, because I do think you sort of see where it leads to, where it spirals, and so this comes to us via futurism, but it's on many different outlets. YouTube now shutting down channels posting AI slop. YouTube's janitors are swooping in to mop up the slop. As reported by Deadline, the Google-owned video platform has terminated 2 massive YouTube channels that peddled fake AI-generated movie trailers, in what is one of the most high-profile actions it's taken against the AI spam polluting the platform. YouTube is very keen on maintaining its purity, and I look, I know I post things on YouTube. I am a part-time YouTuber, so if they're starting to dictate what's good content and what's not, then one could argue. But hopefully, the purity of genuine content, and again, I'm loosely putting myself in that category because I'm that way inclined. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, there is a difference between, what I do and other YouTubers do, which is coverage and content sort of related to giving takes, reporting on news, or just sort of posting content that we're interested in, which is basically probably where I fit. But at the same time, yeah, there is a difference between what I do and me making a fake trailer for Avengers Doomsday, for example. Combined, the channels called Screen Culture, which I know I've watched a few of theirs, based in India, and KH Studio, again, I know that one I've watched, based in the US, boasted about 2 million subscribers and more than 1 billion views. Yeah, all AI, all completely, I mean, we've all seen their content. The monster was defeated, one YouTuber told Deadline after the slop channels were taken down. Slop being an easy word for me to say. Whatever your thoughts on AI imagery, these channels weren't using the tech to innocently envision some fanboy's dream casting. No, they really weren't. They were unquestionably farming engagement by using AI shots spliced together with actual copyrighted movie footage to trick viewers, per Deadline, and then posting the fake trailers early to drown out the real ones. In March, for example, Screen Culture churned out an outrageous 23 different trailers for the Fantastic Four First Steps, with some of them outranking the official trailer, Deadline found. Now, obviously, this is driven predominantly, I would imagine, by the movie studios, who are in leagues with YouTube to a certain extent. And I can see definitely, if you equate the views on the fake trailers with the official trailers, I mean, they've given the example of the Fantastic Four, but there's a lot of other, Superman one I remember, there's a lot of big, Jurassic World had a fake one that probably was even better than the actual film we did see. But at the same time, you can see it's hitting them in the pocket to a certain extent, because they'll be getting ad revenue or whatever else, financial incentives that they would bring by putting their trailers on YouTube. And I know this is, like I said, it's silly to be self-serious about something as spurious as like a movie trailer, but we're talking business here. This is a business for certain people. Say the company that makes the trailers, that cuts the trailers for them, they're losing out on potential kickbacks. The movie studios themselves maybe losing fan engagement, because like you said, the official trailer isn't as good as the fake one that's been made by AI. I've got my own feelings about AI in general, which I'm not a big fan of, but you know, if the tools are there, people are going to use them, but I do think they need to be curbed to a certain extent, and I'm glad that YouTube is sort of taking this step, as like I said, as silly and self-serious as movie trailer curbing is. Why is YouTube banning them now? The channels apparently had gotten cocky. YouTube had quietly suspended their ability to make ad revenue after a deadline investigation earlier this year, but were able to claw back ad money after adding fan trailer, parody, and concept trailer to their video titles. But for reasons unknown, both slop slingers stopped including those disclaimers in recent months, thus inviting the ban hammer. Well, there you go. That's their own fault then. The decision comes as AI continues to make inroads into the actual movie industry, as AI spoof trailers become a hot button issue. Users of OpenAI's video generating app Sora have been churning out loads of AI spoof Disney trailers, including a Pixar-style animation about Jeffrey Epstein inviting children to his amazing island, a trend that didn't seem to bother Disney when it announced it would invest $1 billion into OpenAI and officially license its characters to Sora last week. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think Red Letter Media did a really great video on this, which is like sort of mildly humorous, but also had a real serious point, which is you've got now the companies, rather than combating it, which we all thought they would once they started getting hit in the pockets with AI being what it is, using IP. Now we've got Disney openly investing in AI software, you know, licensing their, so basically they're going to get paid for people using AI, so they don't care what AI is used for, to a certain extent. I would imagine the example they gave in here they would, but who's going to be the regulator of that AI? The genie's out of the bottle now, to a certain extent. People have access to this tool and they're going to use it for whatever means they do. Obviously then it becomes beholden on YouTube, I guess, to regulate, but then Disney would probably be beholden to sort of monitor YouTube and go, this guy's using, you know, for example, I don't know, a Disney princess in a really sordid way. Take that video down. It harms our brand, but people are going to use it for what they're going to use it for. You've let the genie out of the bottle here. What this means for the rest of us, all the other slop polluting YouTube, is unclear. The platform is still overrun with AI generated music, hours-long informational videos presented in boring or sleepy style, and even veritable snuff films. See, this is the thing. At least, you know, I'm speaking really poorly on a video. You know it's me. I'm not an AI-generated character. I'm a real and as flawed as anyone, including not being able to say the word slop. Some are using AI to impersonate public figures, garnering hundreds and thousands of views. What probably happened here is that the AI movie trailer channel simply played fast and loose with copyright laws for far too long, ticked off the wrong IP owners, and got kicked to the curb, and good riddance. Well, there you go. It's a bit of editorial from the channel. Look, without being too, like I said, self-serious, I think I've given all I need to say on this, but I think it's a great move. I think I am cards on the table. I'm not a fan of AI art in particular. I think there are merits to using AI, definitely. I think in terms of writing, so let's say you've got a writer's block, for example. AI can be a good tool to get you moving, you know, get you started, just to originate an idea that you could then extrapolate and go on. If you're struggling to visualize something in terms of, I don't know, for example, I've used in the past, struggled to visualize an icon, for example, in you know, my day-to-day job, an icon for a term such as, I don't know, visualization. That would be a broad term, or something even more like even more sort of general. And you know, AI, Google AI, I think I probably used, has been, or Microsoft Copilot. It's been a good launching off point to go, do you know what, a great icon for that would be ... Here's a few examples. You go, that's a good one. And then I would then go ahead and create my own version of that, whatever, just to not duplicate any existing artwork. So there are merits to using AI. Spell check, for example. You know, if we're going to cut all AI, which I'm not advocating, but spell checker on, you know, emails and Microsoft documents, if we lose that, I mean, that is a form of AI, whether we like it or we don't. So it's not that I'm AI conscious in general. I just think there are limitations to what we should be polluting. Let's be honest, it is just sort of a pool, and we've got all the, you know, without getting again too down a mine hole, we've got examinations and qualifications and plagiarism claims with exam boards as to what children and teenagers are and aren't copying off of the internet. And if everyone had the same answer, we would never grow, as a society, again, without being too self-serious. So look, I think it's a good step. I think more needs to be done to curb AI. I don't know how you minimize the tools. I don't think you can. I think the genie's out of the bottle now, and tech is going to dictate what we do or don't do. I think it is regulators such as YouTube, I guess, that are going to merit oh, by the way, this is AI generated content out, and I don't know how you can possibly have an automated feature, which YouTube seems really hot on. So the automated feature, again, another use of AI, automating what videos get uploaded and what they contain, what they don't contain, keywords that may be mentioned in it. I mean, we've said a couple of controversial ones with that example that was in the article. I may be dinged for that, so we'll see what happens there. But I think, look, if YouTube is watching and listening, I'm praising you for banning this AI generated content. So look, it's a juggling act, and I think it's a minefield, and I think it's all something that society is going to have to work out over the next few years, because technology is only going to get more and more. And I think it is, similar to sort of, I guess, regulating social media, which still hasn't been done. It is, I guess, the companies and the lawmakers that will be dictating what that looks like in the next few years. Anyway, I'm sort of rambling a little bit here. What do you think? I think this is a great move. Are you on board? Are you really resentful? Did you like those AI trailers? Do you miss them? Let me know in the comment section below. I think it's a great move, but please let me know in the comment section. Please leave a like and subscribe on the channel if you so wish. I've had a blinding 2025. I started this channel on a whim, really as a folly. I've really sort of enjoyed doing it. And I've just a personal message to anyone who subscribed to my channel or liked or even watched a second of my video, clicked on one of my videos. I'm so grateful. I know I've said that a few times over the last few weeks, but I am blown away by the success of the channel. I didn't expect it to grow this big so quick. So very, very grateful. Thank you so much for anyone, like I said, who's partaken in any content. Very, very grateful. Hopefully I'm going to do more in 2026. Here we are. But yeah, thank you so much, and I'll speak to you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.